Ah, that's quite a lot. This 15-man team actually has close to 8,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. Luo Feng smiled as he threw the 2 storage rings he had just acquired to Hong. Big brother, keep these. Hong extended his hand to grab them, smiling. These kinds of teams, the more times we meet them the better. Luo Feng smiled and nodded. With enough universe crystals, when the time comes, we can even buy universe-level slaves. That way, our Earth's foundation in the universe will be more stable. The current Earth, as an aboriginal planet, was simply too weak. Any slightly bigger wave would cause it to collapse. Hence, the 3 of them had to fight hard. Adding this 8,000 cubic meters now, we have a total. Thunder God counted with his fingers, muttering, in the past 8 days, we've dug up 96,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. In the 7 days of rushing, we've dug up close to 26,000 cubic meters of universe crystals along the way. Before this, we've swallowed the teams that robbed us 6 times, earning close to 52,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. Adding today's 8,000 cubic meters, a total of, over 180,000 cubic meters. With just these numbers, with just a thought, I know the answer. Luo Feng teased, second brother, look at you, do you still look like the head of the Thunder Dojo? From what I see, you're just a tofu vendor, counting how much money you earn in a day. I'm just proud, so what? Thunder God blinked, rubbing his bald head. I've never seen so much money before, right? Over 180,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. This was a huge amount of wealth. Even to the Nuolin Shan family, this was an astronomical figure. A normal life planet, over $1 trillion black dragon dollars, that was not bad. Over $1 trillion black dragon dollars, that was 700 million Ganwu dollars. 1,000 life planets, that was worth 700 billion Ganwu dollars. And 180,000 cubic meters of universe crystals and 700 billion Ganwu dollars, the difference wasn't that huge. A world within a world, it's really a huge treasure trove. Hong couldn't help but exclaim. The creation of a world within a world is 10 times harder than a normal world. Luo Feng smiled. It needs to be more stable, naturally it needs more universe crystals. To create a world within a world, even for a sector lord pinnacle warrior, that's a huge price to pay. To a sector lord, joining any empire, they'll be able to gain a galaxy territory. Some galaxies have hundreds of thousands of habitable planets. Some galaxies even have millions of habitable planets. The wealth of a world within a world is no less than a galaxy. What we have now is just a drop in the ocean. It's only equivalent to a few hundred planets. Luo Feng said it casually, however he was extremely happy within. The assets of the Nuolin Shan family was only over 1,000 life planets. Therefore, exploring a new world, the universe-level warriors would kill each other, and a bunch of warriors would fall. It was because wealth moved people's hearts. If it wasn't for that Rania, who stopped so many powerful beings, how could these little star states get their hands on these riches? Only 180,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. In the small corner of the universe, the Milky Way, they were considered super rich. However, our wealth is only about 1/3 of the Nuolin Shan families. Luo Feng laughed. Compared to the Domain Lord, it's even worse. Therefore, everyone needs to continue working hard. Haha, that's right, it's still not enough. Thunder God laughed. The opportunities of a world within a world are hard to come by even in 10,000 years. If we don't make a killing now, how can we face ourselves? Hong teased and laughed. Let's go. Luo Feng waved the alloy blade in his hand, pointing in the direction of the core region. Under the sunlight, the alloy blade reflected a glaring light. 30, your posture is quite impressive. Can't you be proud? Haha. Luo Feng's team was in a good mood, laughing and joking around for a while, after which they quietly headed towards the core region. When the sky turned dark, Luo Feng and his team finally reached the core region. At this time, their wealth had already risen to over 190,000 cubic meters of universe crystals. To have such a harvest, one was due to Babada's vigilance, the second was due to Ao Gu and the hybrid copper essence shard's powerful combination. The core region of the world within a world was a beautiful plain. The ground was filled with strange short flowers and plants. These flowers and plants were all about 10 centimeters tall, extremely flat, almost as though someone was trimming them. The terrain was gentle with very little undulations. My God! Just how many people have died here? Luo Feng and his team were extremely shocked in the dark of the plain. In the dark of the night, the sky would occasionally emit a weak white light, allowing Luo Feng to barely see a few hundred meters around him. With a glance, just within a few hundred meters, there were over 30 corpses lying on the ground. There were men and women, some resembling beastmen, some resembling earth humans, just that they were all dead, even their corpses were split apart. Kacha. Luo Feng's alloy boots, that pure alloy forged sturdy boots, stepped on a piece of white bone, making a sound. This. Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. 30, what you said before was right, this core region is indeed filled with intense killings. Thunder God said solemnly, we've only just entered the core region not long ago, just the corpses we've seen already number over 100. The entire core region is so huge, just how many people have died? The core region has 99% of the universe crystals in the world within a world. Of course the killing is the craziest here. Luo Feng sighed. Even if we were here, we'd probably still kill. Hong exclaimed. 99% of the universe crystals were all in the core region. Because the core region was the cornerstone of the entire world within a world. Of course, the core universe crystals were all protected. unable to be excavated. The moment they were excavated, the entire world within a world would collapse. When a world was built, the core universe crystal would form a supply cycle, naturally absorbing the universe energy from the outside. This resulted in the large amounts of universe crystals surrounding the core universe crystal. As for the distant surroundings, Luo Feng and his team had excavated before. Those were scattered universe crystals. The amount was small. Birds die for food, humans die for wealth. Luo Feng sighed, let's go. Luo Feng and his team carefully made their way towards the center of the core region. Wherever they passed, they would occasionally see a few deep pits on the plains, obviously the pits used to excavate universe crystals. Around the pits, there would often be star-level explorers' corpses. The blood had long dried. An hour later. Get down. Advance. Luo Feng and his team crawled, arriving at a slightly protruding hill peak, looking into the distance. In the distance, there was a faint glow. At the same time there were many human silhouettes. That is. Luo Feng flipped his hand, retrieving a pair of binoculars. Before entering, Luo Feng and his team didn't buy these binoculars. However, after killing a few small teams, they found some special equipment in their space rings. Luo Feng naturally kept them. So many people. Through the Universe Explorer telescope, Luo Feng could clearly see the human silhouettes a few hundred km away. Damn. Beside, Thunder God held the binoculars too, muttering, there should be over 1,000. That's quite a lot. Hong nodded. There's a sound. Tainan, he suddenly said. Right, there's a sound. Aogu said too. Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God looked at Tainan He and Aogu. These two bodyguards were star level 9, their hearing and vision were much stronger than Luo Feng and his team. What are they saying? Luo Feng asked. Master, if you advance another 1 to 200 km, you'll be able to hear them clearly. Aogu explained. All right. Luo Feng nodded. Anyway, they were close to 600 kilometers away from the large group. Advancing another 1 to 200 km was still within the safe zone. Advance. Luo Feng and his team carefully and swiftly advanced. As they got closer, they indeed heard the unceasing shouts. Adventurers. One world was enough to make the universe-level warriors and domain lords go green with envy. This world within a world is 10 times rarer than one world, 10 times more precious. That's why right now on SwallowedStar, at the exit of the World of Thunder, there have long been large amounts of universe-level warriors, domain lords and even great sector lords. Our Black Dragon Mountain Star Field's 2 sacred lands, 4 great organizations and 16 great families have all sent their warriors here. The treasures of the world within a world are destined to be obtained by our Black Dragon Mountain Star Field. That's why the large organizations and powers have long since agreed, if it's not the 2 sacred lands, 4 great organizations or 16 great families adventurers. The moment they leave the World of Thunder, they'll be immediately captured and arrested. The distant voices were extremely loud, traveling over a few hundred km. Luo Feng and the others could clearly hear them. Obviously they were intentionally shouting. Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God exchanged glances. These words they'd already heard from the domain lord Mingyu. After which, Luo Feng and the others continued listening. No matter how many universe crystals you get or even some special treasures, it's useless. As long as it's not our 2 sacred lands, 4 great organizations or 16 great families, they'll all be captured. You'll be working for nothing. And right now you have a chance. As long as you join our North Dragon City, temporarily become an external member of our North Dragon City. Our North Dragon City, with our reputation as a guarantee, when you leave the World of Thunder, return to SwallowedStar. You'll also be protected by our North Dragon City. You won't be arrested. As for the universe crystals you obtained before, no one will steal them. All you need to do is to join us. Help our North Dragon City obtain the treasures. As long as you join our 100 Tiger building, temporarily, then you won't have to worry about your safety. No one will care about the universe crystals you obtain. All you need to do is listen to our 100 Tiger building's orders, join us, help our 100 Tiger building obtain the treasures. Thick and powerful voices in the common language of the universe spread across the vast plains. Luo Feng and the others looked at each other. Yes. 100 Tiger building, North Dragon City, Black Cloud Guild, Sacred Land Black Dragon Mountain, Sacred Land, Icy Godly Country. Right now, they're all crazily trying to rope in some freelance adventurers, all using their organization's reputations to guarantee that they definitely won't steal the universe crystals of the adventurers. Right, universe crystals? Even if it's all the universe crystals in the world within a world, the 4 great organizations and 2 sacred lands wouldn't care much about it. Luo Feng slightly nodded. What they care about are the important treasures of Sector Lord Kabo. Those are the true treasures. Right now they're trying to rope in freelance adventurers. Hong laughed. Right, the 4 great organizations and 2 sacred lands that came here to take the mercenary trainee exam are all elites. Since they're elites, there won't be too many of them. Each organization probably only has a few hundred to 1,000 people. The ones who truly have the advantage in numbers are the tens of thousands of freelance adventurers. They came from different countries, different galaxies, different races. Large amounts of adventurers with no powerful backgrounds, no powerful backers. They're weak. However, they have more people. Added together, they far exceed the numbers of the 4 great organizations and 2 sacred lands. What do we do? Frowned Hong. Why isn't 3 Axe Mountain here? Thunder God suddenly asked. Luo Feng was startled. Right, there were 5 voices shouting. They were 100 Tiger Building, North Dragon City, Black Cloud Guild, Sacred Land Black Dragon Mountain and Sacred Land Ice Eagle Country. however there was no mention of Three Axe Mountain. Let's ask Hua, Hong said. Thunder God nodded. Nan Hieo Gu, the two of you help guard. LuoFeng said. After which, LuoFeng, Hong and Thunder God closed their eyes and entered the Virtual Universe Network. Virtual Universe, Black Dragon Mountain Island, 9-star Bay Residential Area. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Luo Hua rubbed his hair with all his might, feeling very conflicted. He, Luo Hongua and Gong Xen sat together at a round table, drinking tea in the garden. Xiaohua, what are you thinking about? Why are you so troubled? Luo Hongua held his teacup and smiled. What's wrong? It's not right. It's supposed to rise. It's because of the quantity and energy. The flow of funds and other investment markets should be changing. It's either a big fall or a big rise. It shouldn't be like a stagnant pool. Luo Hua said bitterly. I need to pour more money into the Donghua Star area. How could this be? How could this be? I can't keep up. I can't keep up. What are you talking about, little Hua? Gong Xen laughed. The utilization of funds isn't right. Luo Hua looked up at Gong Xen. Mom, don't interrupt me, I'm thinking about something. TSK on Earth, aren't you able to call the shots in the financial game? What's wrong with you now? You were full of confidence last night. Gong Xen teased. It's different. Luo Hua shook his head. For any operation you must first establish your own operating system. The financial operations on Earth were very different from those in the universe. It was like the difference between a two-dimensional world and a three-dimensional world. And in the virtual universe I can invest in many places like the Black Dragon Mountain Starfield, Donghua Starfield, etc. or even other universe countries. Who knows, a battle between some super experts might be enough to destroy a group. Therefore, investing is very complicated and changes are very fast. It's just like the stock market on Earth. There's a huge bull market every 10 years. However, it was different in the universe. Different countries in the universe had different economic situations. Some were religious countries, some were imperial countries. If the financial market on Earth is a gentle stream, then the financial market in the universe is the sea with a level 12 typhoon. Full of danger but also full of opportunities. The more powerful ones can increase their capital by 1,000 times in 10 days to half a month. Similarly, even if you're an expert, once you're attacked you might also be finished. Luo Hua shook his head. I'm just a small fry right now and I'm always following behind others. You still have a small capital? Luo Hongwu glared at him. Didn't you say that your capital has increased tenfold in the past few months? 10 times in a few months? That's pretty average. Luo Hua shook his head. The universe's financial market changes extremely quickly, 100 times faster than Earth's market. The danger was 100 times, 1,000 times greater. In order to ensure the safety of my capital, I only increased it tenfold after a few months. However, from yesterday to today I lost 30%, about 2 billion Ganwu dollars. What? Luo Hongua and Gong Xen opened their eyes wide. 2 billion Ganwu dollars. Luo Feng had once given Luo Hua 500 million Ganwu dollars, and Luo Hua had raised it to close to 10 billion Ganwu dollars. Relax, I'm considered rather stable. Luo Hua shook his head, after which he smiled at his parents. However, Dad, honestly I feel that the universe's financial market is the most interesting. It's really grand and majestic, giving one the feeling of fighting against the waves. It feels good. You feel good? 2 billion Ganwu dollars gone. Your brother bought Earth and only spent 2.1 billion Ganwu dollars. Luo Hongguo was obviously a little depressed. He was dumbfounded by the 2 billion Ganwu dollars. 2 billion Ganwu dollars isn't much. Luo Hua shook his head and smiled. Dad, you have to broaden your horizons. The universe financial market, a few super oligarchs, can even control the rise and fall of a middle-tier country in the universe. Their wealth is simply astronomical. Some of the universe's absolute warriors have even joined in. The waters within are very deep. I'm just a small fry. This kind of financial market that crosses universe countries, the lowest requirement is a capital of 100 million Ganwu dollars. If it wasn't for my brother giving me a sum of money, I'm afraid I'd only be able to mingle within my own universe country. There are many investment markets that I wouldn't even be able to enter. Suddenly, in the garden in front of the three houses, Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God appeared. Their three houses were all built on the same piece of land. What lowest requirement is 100 million Ganwu dollars? Luo Feng walked over. Brother. Luo Hua stood up. I just met with some trouble and lost some money. How much? Luo Feng casually sat down, picking up his teacup and drinking. Right now in the world within a world, the large organizations were all trying to recruit people. Luo Feng didn't really gather them. About 2 billion Ganwu dollars. Luo Hua said. Chi. A mouthful of tea was spat out, drenching Luo Hua. Brother? Luo Hua looked helplessly at Luo Feng. How much did you say? 2 billion Ganwu dollars? Luo Feng stared. Damn, even when he bought metals he had to consider the price etc. The first sum he got from his teacher was only 10 billion Ganwu dollars, after buying Earth, universe ships, slaves, planet defense systems, giving his brother Hong and Thunder God a sum each, he didn't even have 5 billion Ganwu dollars left. Of course he earned a huge sum in the world within a world. Brother, don't make a fuss, alright? Luo Hua said, right now I still have over 3 billion left. Over 3 billion Ganwu dollars? Are you sure it's Ganwu dollars? Luo Feng stared. Right. Ganwu dollars. Luo Hua nodded. Damn. Luo Feng stared. At this time Hong and Thunder God walked over. Hong laughed. Luo Feng, why haven't you contacted Hua? What are you talking about? My little brother played some universe financial market and lost 2 billion Ganwu dollars. Luo Feng said. Hong and Thunder God were immediately stunned. After that he still has over 3 billion left. I'll say this first, I only gave him 500 million Ganwu dollars. Hong and Thunder God stared at Luo Hua. Why are you all looking at me like that? Luo Hua was a little stunned. It's very normal, investing these things depends on the capital. The capital of 100 million Ganwu dollars, multiplied by 5 times, becomes 500 million Ganwu dollars. And the capital of 10 billion Ganwu dollars, multiplied by 5 times, becomes 50 billion Ganwu dollars. Luo Hua said, the bigger the capital, the more I earn. Similarly, the losses are huge too. What I need to do is to lower the losses as much as possible and even reduce them. Increase my earnings. Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God looked at each other. Your account has received a transfer of 4 billion Ganwu dollars. A screen appeared before Luo Hua. On it was a mail. Luo Hua was stunned. Don't look, it's for you. Luo Feng looked at Luo Hua. Big brother, you're giving me this much? Luo Hua said, I can't guarantee that I won't lose money. The universe financial market changes very quickly. I can only guarantee, the capital will at most lose 30%. Luo Hua and Luo Feng were blood brothers. With his innate intelligence, along with absorbing the thoughts of many investment masters on Earth, he was definitely one of the investment masters on Earth. Maybe Earth's financial market, compared to the universe's financial market, was very immature. However, in terms of thinking, Earth's many investment thoughts, many theories passed down from ancient times, were indeed unique. At least Luo Hua, who had just entered the universe financial market not long ago, was able to quickly adapt and had some gains. The occasional setbacks allowed him to gain experience, perfecting his own investment strategies. According to Luo Hua's words, only through repeated setbacks, constantly gaining experience, can one become stronger. The price of failure and setbacks must be controlled. Be prepared for failure. Don't ever let a single failure knock you down. It's only a 30% loss. Go ahead and do it. Luo Feng laughed. This financial market, the profits really double, the losses are shocking too. However, little brother is indeed talented in this area. Luo Feng thought to himself, from now on, 30% of the money I earn will be transferred to my brother. Let him invest. I believe this will allow my brother to walk even further and higher. After finishing his conversation with his brother, Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God contacted Hua. Luo Feng, Hong, Thunder God, I'm really happy to see you three. On the screen Hua was extremely excited. Many people in the world within a world died too horribly, many people died. To be able to see you, we're very happy too. Hong laughed. Hua, right now the large organizations are trying to rope in the adventurers? Luo Feng asked. Right. Hua nodded. Our North Dragon City still has the 100 Tiger Building, the Black Cloud Guild and the 2 Sacred Lands. They're all trying to rope in the adventurers. To fight for the treasures, the first thing is to have enough people. They didn't rope in the 3-Axe Mountain? Thunder God asked. The 3-Axe Mountain is different from the other 3 organizations. The 3-Axe Mountain is known as the leader of the 4 great organizations. They don't nurture young people. To join the 3-Axe Mountain, the lowest requirement is the universe level. Because they don't nurture young people in this world within a world, there are only a few disciples of the 3-Axe Mountain's powerful fighters. There aren't many people, so they can't form a power. Hua explained. Luo Feng, Thunder God and Hong understood. Not nurturing young people, so the number of people from the 3-Axe Mountain that participate in the trainee exam is naturally very few. No wonder even Ming Yu found him. So, the main thing is the 5 of us fighting for it. Hua laughed. Luo Feng, we've already roughly confirmed the location of the treasure. However, the 5 of us are restraining each other, so we're all trying our best to rope in the adventurers. Luo Feng, you guys join our North Dragon City just temporarily. Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God were shocked. You've confirmed the location of the treasure? Luo Feng and Thunder God said almost at the same time. Hua nodded. We're 90% sure that the treasure is there. Right now it's being watched by the 5 of us. If you don't join one of us, you won't even have the chance to enter. Oh. Luo Feng and the other 2 slightly nodded. The 3 exchanged glances and made a decision. World within a world, late night. Luo Feng and his team temporarily joined the North Dragon Castle camp. The entire central region of the plains was split into 5 big camps. Within the North Dragon Castle camp. Senior, these are the Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God I was talking about. Luo Feng and his team were chatting with the North Dragon Castle people. Hua was introducing them. This is my senior Kazan Luan. You guys are the ones who saved my 2 juniors, thank you. Oh, I still have important matters to attend to. I'll let Hua entertain you guys. Kazan Luan smiled and left. His entire body was skinny, about 1.5 m tall, his eyes glowed with a green light, his entire being was filled with killing intent. Watching Kazan Luan leave, Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God exchanged glances. Obviously he didn't care about them at all. It was only because of Hua's face that he made the trip over. My senior is this person, don't mind him. Hua explained. No problem. Luo Feng smiled. Our North Dragon Castle camp has a total of about 2,100 people. Every 100 people are split into a square formation. The main thing is to prevent chaos. Hua pointed around. There were explorers all around. every 100 people were grouped together. This way if chaos were to happen in one formation, it wouldn't affect the others. Where do you want to go? Right now there are 6 formations, there are quite a few empty people. Hua smiled. Try to get close to your North Dragon Castle camp. Luo Feng said. Alright, no problem. North Dragon Castle camp's 18th formation, that was where Luo Feng and his team were currently at. The second day's dawn. After chatting with the other members of the formation for half the night, Luo Feng and his team learned quite a bit of information. So, the treasure is right there. Luo Feng looked at the center of the 5 big camps. There was a castle built on the plains, a completely dark blue castle. The 5 big camps' guess is very logical. Thunder God nodded. In the entire world within a world, swamps, deserts, lakes, plains, mountain ranges, grass plains etc., are all natural environments. Only this one structure. And it's even built in the center of the world within a world. Above it is the light ball. This kind of castle is indeed very likely to be the location of the treasure. Treasure. Within the castle is the treasure, however, the 5 big camps don't dare to touch it. Hong laughed and said, it's very normal. At the start, there weren't many people from the 5 camps in the core area. They were worried that once a fight broke out, a large number of independent adventurers would benefit from it. Therefore they began to draw people to their side. With one side drawing, all 5 sides were drawing. Then they looked for an opportunity and started to snatch it. I wonder when we'll make our move, Thunder God muttered. They're not in a hurry. The vanguard of the 2 million army outside has probably just entered the world within a world. Luo Feng smiled. From the edge of the world within a world to the core region, there's still about another 7 days. Therefore, the battle is likely to break out within 7 days. Luo Feng's prediction was correct. On the 3rd day after they joined the North Dragon City camp, something big happened. Within the world within a world, a white ball of light floated in the air, sprinkling down light. Shio. In the sky, numerous black shadows suddenly flew toward the 5 camps from afar. So many people? Why are there so many people all of a sudden? A commotion broke out in the 5 camps. Luo Feng was in the crowd, raising his head to look at the sky. With a glance he could roughly estimate the number. About 600 people? And from the looks of it they should be from the same power. 600 people to the 5 camps has completely affected the balance. The 5 camps, over 10,000 explorers were all discussing softly. Black Dragon Mountain, Sakazin greets the Ninth Prince. A loud voice resounded through the sky. We greet the Ninth Prince. In unison, almost as though the sky and earth were rumbling, a large group of people from the Black Dragon Mountain sacred land all bowed respectfully. And in the sky, the 600 people were all clustered around a white-skinned youth. The youth stood in mid-air, his eyes like lightning surveying the area below, his voice resounding in everyone's ears. I, the Empire's Ninth Prince Brolin, wish to obtain this treasure trove. Those who obstruct me die. Silence. The 5 camps all quietened down. The Black Dragon Mountain camp naturally supported the Imperial family, because the sacred land Black Dragon Mountain was the foundation of the Imperial family. And the other 4 camps were in chaos. Powerful. In the crowd, Luo Feng looked at the incomparably arrogant Ninth Prince in mid-air, shocked within. This Ninth Prince didn't appear at the start, only continuously gathering his people in the surrounding areas, before suddenly appearing at the most crucial moment. In an instant, the Black Dragon Mountainside's strength greatly increased, catching the other 4 camps off guard. On the plains, the other 4 camps were all discussing softly. Your Ninth Prince. A loud and powerful voice resounded from the 100 Tiger Building camp. A tall and sturdy youth, with 2 curved black horns on his forehead, looked up at the Ninth Prince in the sky, saying loudly, this world within a world's treasure trove, for you to swallow it all by yourself, isn't that too? Chi. A blinding white light immediately pierced through the tall and sturdy youth, causing his head to turn into nothingness. The 5 camps were all stunned. Within their field of vision, there was still the remnants of that white light. Everyone was stunned. They all understood what had happened. Just before, a laser light had killed the leader of the 100 Tiger Building camp. In the crowd, Luo Feng and the others were all shocked. Thunder God said softly, that was too fast. That laser weapon didn't seem to have any time to prepare. It instantly fired. It was very fast, an instant kill. Luo Feng was shocked within. Back then he had used a B6 grade laser cannon to attack the Golden Horn Beast. And that laser cannon required a certain amount of time to prepare before firing, and just now, that laser had no warning at all. In the sky, there were 9 bodyguards standing behind the Ninth Prince. Each of them was holding a weapon that was about 3 meters long and had a diameter of about 30 centimeters. It looked like a magnified version of the rocket launcher on Earth. Let me introduce everyone. C2 grade laser guns, 9 of them. This is the newest model, I just got them. The Ninth Prince's gaze swept below, noticing that the leaders of the other camps were all pale. He couldn't help but laugh. As for power, 1 shot is enough to kill a universe level 2 warrior. This time I came to the world of Thunder for the trainee exam. For safety I brought a few along. I didn't expect to encounter a world within a world. I believe there won't be anyone stopping me, right? The Ninth Prince Brolin's gaze swept across the large camps below. Everyone was dumbfounded. 9 C2 grade laser guns, normal energy weapons, once they reached the C grade, would be considered a restricted level. It was very hard to purchase, and even if one could, the price would be astronomical. A C2 grade laser gun in terms of price wasn't much lower than a universe level 1 or 2 slave. An astronomical weapon. Very good. Everyone is very cooperative. The Ninth Prince smiled as he swooped down. The 600+ people swooped down. After which, the Ninth Prince brought the 600+ people, along with a large group of people from the Black Dragon Mountain camp, majestically heading towards the castle. The other 4 camps were slightly hesitant, however they were slower by a step, following beside and heading towards the castle. The crowd moved forward. Luo Feng and his team were mixed in with the North Dragon Mountain camp. Damn, it was stolen just like that? Thunder God stared. How helpless. Luo Feng looked in the distance at the silhouette at the front. He has 9 C2 grade laser guns, his pinnacle strength can be said to be invincible. And he still has 3,000 to 4,000 people under him. His pinnacle strength and numbers, along with his identity as a prince of the Black Dragon Mountain Empire, killing the elites of those organizations, he has no hesitation at all. Hong shook his head. This way his aura is already set, no one can stop him. Luo Feng and his team could only watch. North Dragon Mountain, Black Cloud Guild, 100 Tiger Building, Sacred Land Ice Seagull Country, these 4 camps large numbers of people could only watch as this happened. Those 9 C2 grade laser guns, in a group of explorers that didn't have a universe level, that was an invincible weapon. Whoever he wanted to kill, no one would be able to escape. If he only had 9 laser guns he wouldn't be able to intimidate the 10,000 explorers of the 4 camps. The main thing was that he had 3,000 to 4,000 people under him. Stop. The Ninth Prince Brolin raised his left hand high up. Shwa. The Black Dragon Mountain Sacred Lands people stopped. The other 4 camps could only stop too. In the distant crowd. So handsome. Thunder God exclaimed softly. This is the power has been set. Hong exclaimed. No one can stop him now. Luo Feng watched quietly. After the Ninth Prince Brolin gave the order, the other camp's people all stopped. The Ninth Prince, Luo Lin, brought his 9 bodyguards and headed towards the castle. Under the watchful eyes of over 10,000 people, they slowly and carefully walked towards the castle. Sang Bai, open the castle for me. The Ninth Prince Brolin pointed at the castle. Yes. A bodyguard behind him said respectfully. The curly-haired bodyguard was dressed in a black alloy armor. Suddenly a helmet automatically formed, covering his entire body. After which, this bodyguard carefully walked towards the ancient castle. This ancient castle that had stood for over 10 million years, no one had ever opened it. The castle's door was 12 m tall, 8 m wide. The bodyguard walked to the door, placing both his hands on it, suddenly exerting strength. Over 10,000 explorers were all staring at the castle. The Ninth Prince Brolin too stared at the castle, his face flushed with excitement. In the crowd, Luo Feng and his team watched from afar as the bodyguard pushed open the door. With the bodyguard's strength, the door slightly shook, there were still bits of dust falling from all directions. Chi-chi. Bolts of lightning fiercely shot out from various parts of the castle, large amounts of lightning surrounded the entire castle. In an instant, the bodyguard didn't even have time to retreat, the lightning had already pierced through his body. As though his hair had been burnt, with a chi sound, that bodyguard immediately turned into ashes, leaving behind only a red-hot alloy armor. This scene shocked the tens of thousands of adventurers. The Ninth Prince Brolin's forehead was covered in cold sweat. With a flash, he retreated to the back of the group of bodyguards. If he had been the one to push the door open, he would probably have died. The lightning continued to revolve around the castle. The lightning grew more and more. Gradually the entire castle became a lightning castle, bathing in the lightning. In the distant crowd, Luo Feng and his team were shocked at the scene before them. Over 10,000 explorers with a glance, all of them dressed in alloy armor, split into 5 large groups, almost like a steel warrior army. Under the piercing light of the Thunder Castle's twisting thunder, rays of green light were reflected. Almost everyone's eyes were burning with passion as they stared at the Thunder Castle. That was the treasure of the world within a world. Ichim? What's going on? The Ninth Prince Brolin creased his eyebrows as he watched. Your Majesty, for the explorers outside to reach here, it's still too early. We have plenty of time. Amongst the 9 bodyguards, one of them was a green-haired lady saying softly, right now we have the absolute advantage, slowly watch. This world within a world's treasure will definitely be yours. Brolin looked silently ahead, the ancient castle that stood proudly bathed in the thunder. Suddenly, ka-ka-ka-ka-ka, the castle let out a low rumbling sound. The huge castle door began to slowly open. The door is open. Surrounded by his bodyguards, the Ninth Prince Brolin's eyes gleamed fiercely, like a starving wild dog seeing a bone. There's a 99% chance of the treasure within the castle. Ka-ka. The huge castle door slowly opened, allowing people to faintly see the blurry layout of the interior of the castle. This caused the over 10,000 explorers gathered outside the castle to stare with wide eyes. Many of them even took out binoculars, looking longingly into the interior of the castle. Star level 9, maybe on Bylon Star or some other normal life planets, they could be called kings. However, in the entire galaxy or even the entire Black Dragon Mountain star field, they were normal soldiers, cannon fodder, bodyguards. This group of cannon fodder, because of the insistence of a lady with a strong background, Rania, gave them the chance to touch the treasures of the world within a world. This would be something that almost 99% of the people present would be proud of in their lives. The door is open. Within the crowd, Thunder God gazed at the huge Thunder Castle. The treasures are about to be taken away. Anyway, there's nothing for us. Hong said softly. Luo Feng laughed lightly. This treasure is too shocking. What's more, there's still that ninth prince. That's the ninth prince of the Black Dragon Mountain Empire. And that restricted level. C2 grade laser gun, even weaker universe level warriors can be killed. We'll just watch the show. The ones who aren't satisfied are the leaders of the other 4 camps. Luo Feng was calm. This world within a world's treasure, of course he had the ambition to obtain it. But while it was good to have ambition, if he was too hot-headed and didn't see his own strength clearly, he could easily lose his life. That laser gun only needed one shot. No one present could block it. Chaos. Only chaos or other sudden situations. Maybe I can take advantage of the chaos, but right now there's no hope. Luo Feng's gaze looked ahead. The leaders of the 4 camps were right in front. The Black Cloud Guild, the 100 Tiger Tower, the Northern Dragon City, and the Ice Sea Divine Kingdom, the elite Star State adventurers of the 4 factions were all stunned by this ninth prince. No one came to stop or destroy it. They just quietly watched everything happen. Crack. The castle gate was completely open. Silence. For a moment, no one dared to enter the castle. The ninth prince stared at the castle silently as if he was waiting for any changes to take place. Your Highness. The female bodyguard behind him called out in a low voice. Don't rush. Luo Lin said softly, his eyes staring at the lightning castle in front. Within the crowd, Luo Feng too stared at the distant thunder castle. The lightning on the surface of the thunder castle swiftly disappeared. However, the old and broken castle seemed to have been completely renewed. Chi. Sounds resounded from within the castle. The entire castle lit up with beams of light. Very quickly, the beams of light enveloped the entire castle. Ha 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 ha. A clear and carefree laughter resounded from within the castle, resounding throughout the land and skies. Welcome everyone to the world within a world. I've been waiting for this day for over 10 million years. A thick voice resounded throughout the land and skies. More than 10,000 adventurers were stunned. What voice? Who's that? I don't know. Don't tell me the sector lord that created the world within a world isn't dead? Dream on. The world of thunder has been discovered for over 10 million years. The sector lord can't live that long unless he's undying. If the sector lord back then became undying and hid in the world within a world for 10 million years, is that possible? Unless he's sick. Outside the castle, over 10,000 explorers discussed softly. Within the crowd, Luo Feng and the other 2 were equally shocked. This? Luo Feng, Hong and Thunder God exchanged glances. What's this? Luo Feng said softly. Do you even need to ask to live for so long? It's definitely the dead sector lord's AI. A disdainful voice resounded within Luo Feng's mind. Alone for 10 million years, I wonder if this AI has evolved into a living AI. If it did, being alone for 10 million years, I'm afraid it's sick. Sick? Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. The leaders of the 5 factions, including the ninth prince, were all staring at the castle. In the air above the castle, beams of light converged, after which a virtual human silhouette appeared. It was a fat and stout white-bearded old man. The white-bearded old man squinted his eyes at the 10,000 people below. This caused the 10,000 explorers to be shocked. Most of them here had some experience. Gathering light into a human silhouette was usually an AI or technological method. Little punks, you've all come here to obtain the treasures of the world within a world, right? The white-bearded old man smiled as he gazed below. Right, the master placed his treasures in the world within a world, and I was the one guarding it. The master has a lot of treasures. Look. The white-bearded old man pointed to his side. In the air above the castle, beams of light converged and immediately a huge screen appeared. On the screen were large amounts of pictures of items. There were many pictures of all sorts of treasures, causing one to be dazzled. And at the very center there was a strange colored crystal ball. Inheritance crystal ball. The Ninth Prince Brolin's eyes gleamed. It's the inheritance crystal ball. The other 4 faction leaders were all excited and expectant. Within the crowd, including Luo Feng, over 10,000 people were excitedly looking at the pictures of the treasures on the screen. I've carefully categorized them. There's a total of 68 types, 312 items. The white-bearded old man pointed to the screen beside. Immediately a ranking appeared on the screen. Number 1 full set of Space Technique Inheritance Crystal Ball Bank Account Number, 3 accounts. Number 2 Master's Savings Bank Account Number. Number 3 Domain Lord Level Bloodline Medicine, 1 portion. Number 4. Number 68 Level 5 Genetic Energy Weapon Fire Wheel. Everyone stared at the screen. It was too majestic. 68 types of treasures, some had 3 or 4, some had 6 or 7. This resulted in a total of 312 treasures. 2. Crazy, it's crazy. The worst one is a level 5 genetic energy weapon. My god. With just one treasure, I'll become the richest person in Arcuna Galaxy. Over 10,000 explorers' eyes gleamed. They were completely crazy. Luo Feng and the other 2 were excited too, their eyes almost popping out. This is 2. Thunder God's mouth was wide open. No wonder the 4 organizations and 2 sacred lands don't care about universe crystals. Even if all of those universe crystals were added up, there's no way to compare to these treasures. The second most important bank account number. A Sector Lord Pinnacle Warrior's savings, how much would he have? It's definitely more than all the universe crystals in the world within a world added up. Luo Feng couldn't hide his excitement. This Sector Lord is really rich. Babata's voice resounded in Luo Feng's mind. It's too crazy, this sector lord must have acquired some undying inheritance. Otherwise it wouldn't be this exaggerated. The full set of space technique inheritance, this meant that the space origin laws had all been analyzed. And the third most important was the domain lord bloodline medicine. It meant that one could reach the domain lord bloodline in adulthood. Like the Manka people. The moment one consumes it, it can completely change one's bloodline. And the ninth most important life fruit, there's actually 3 of them. No matter how heavily injured a sector lord is, the moment he consumes it, he can completely recover. To a sector lord, this is equivalent to having an extra life. I wonder how this sector lord died. He didn't even have the time to consume the life fruit. So rich. It's comparable to the poorer undying beings. Babata was very excited too. On SwallowedStar, beside a peaceful lake was a wooden house. In front of the wooden house sat 2 men. Even though they were sitting there, one of them gave off the feeling of a huge mountain, while the other gave off a shocking cold aura. They were all wearing battle suits, battle boots and black cloaks. The 2 of them were drinking the best fruit wine. The 2 of them revealed shock in their eyes. This sector lord Kabo, no wonder he was surrounded and hunted back then, his treasures are really shocking. The ice-cold man couldn't help but exclaim. The tall and sturdy man nodded. He even has a domain lord level bloodline medicine. I wonder what race it is. In the human race, the number of people who could reach the domain lord level could be counted on one's fingers. There were only a few races. For example, to create a Manka bloodline medicine, one would normally need to kill 6 or 7 Manka people to create it. Hence, this kind of thing made the stronger races extremely furious. Because their race's population was already low, naturally they would chase and kill those who had the medicine. Let's go to the base. The 2 men stood up schwa. Their silhouettes gradually disappeared. As for their bodies, they had already reached the base of the Universe Mercenary Alliance over 10,000 kilometers away. Their speed was so fast, yet they didn't cause any damage to their surroundings. World within a world. In the air above the castle, beams of light projected down. The white-bearded old man pointed at the screen, smiling. Look clearly, this is the treasure my master left behind. Over 10,000 explorers lifted their heads in excitement. Who wouldn't want it? Any one of these treasures was probably worth 1,000, 10,000 times the entire Nulinshan family's wealth. P.S. Writing today was very slow. One chapter took over 3 hours. Today I'll write one. Everyone please forgive me.